When people shop for insurance, they often focused on one thing, getting the lowest monthly premium possible. But could that focus actually cost them more in the long run? I'm Mpo, and joining me today are Lloyd and Spiwe. We'll be unpacking why understanding your excesses is just as important as understanding your premium. Welcome, James.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
So, James, tell me, why do customers focus so heavily on the premium?
Thank you for the question, Paul. Well, I feel customers focus heavily on the premium because monthly affordability is important, especially in today's economy. The challenge is that most people solely compare policies based purely only on the price, and they don't actually look at the bigger picture, which I feel is very important.
Mm, makes sense. And what would you say is the common misconception about excess?
You see, for many customers think insurance begins and ends with the monthly premium, right? So we want to always consider what they'll need to contribute when the claim happens.
All right. And why is this particularly relevant for younger drivers? Say someone, who just got their first car, is probably 18, or they are getting out of varsity and they are like between the ages of 21 and 25.
Very good question, Paul. Remember, when talking about younger drivers, we need to remember that younger drivers often try to manage tight budgets, and which is understandable, as we all know, especially when you're a first time insurance buyer. But now they also need to think about whether they could afford claiming or afford the excess. Because remember, there's no claim without the excess following an accident. And this is a key part of choosing the most suitable cover for yourself.
Mm, I get it. I get it. So, what should people consider when comparing insurance quotes?
Well, you look beyond the monthly premium, understand the excesses that apply to your policy. Most importantly, ask questions. Make sure that you are comfortable with both the monthly costs, which are your premiums, and the potential claim related contributions, which are excesses. Like, for example, say company A offers you a monthly premium of 1,200 rands, but they offer you an excess 25,000 rands. All right. And then you get company B, it offers you 1,500 rands, but with a basic excess of, say, 6,200 rands, for example. Now, you are going to run and say, oh, I am saving 300 rands here, and without having to consider the later charge, which will come as a form of an excess, right? And so that's when they get into this loop of a trap, whereby they were happy that the immediate saving, that's what I was looking for. But now, when an accident happens at the claim stage, it was a problem for you to, contribute 300 rands more because of that saving that you saw. Now, that's why you see on the M1, you find vehicles which, 2026 model vehicles, they are driving around with huge dents on the side. It's because they were saving potentially on their monthly premiums. But now, when it came to claim stage, they couldn't afford to claim. So that's where the balances comes in, whereby balancing both your premium as well as your excess, because of affordability isn't just something that you should focus on the immediate charge, but also look at it that in case the worst case scenario happens, will I be able to afford to get my vehicle fixed?
Mhm. Makes sense. Okay. And then what happens if someone focuses only on the premiums?
They might save money each month. That's a given. But if they ever need to claim, then they could find and discover that the excess is not what they knew or what they understood. Because at the end of the day, a lot of clients, when choosing products based on premiums, don't actually listen to the finer detail of the conversation that you're having with the consultant at the time. And that's why it's very important for each person who's taking up a financial product to understand the full picture from the beginning.
So the takeaway is simple. Affordability isn't just about what you pay every month. It's also about understanding your responsibilities before submitting a claim. Before choosing cover, make sure you're looking at both the premium and the excess so you can make a wise decision. James, thank you so much for joining me today. That was a really insightful discussion.
It was a pleasure.
Always a pleasure on my side as well.
Thank you. From me, Nicole, your favorite podcaster, peace.